Hello, hi there, Taurians. Hope that you are gorgeous and well. Welcome to my channel. My name is Bella, and most people know me as Bella, the Secret Psychic. This is your love horoscope for April 2019. So I've been explaining to everybody that my guides are being very colourful, very interesting about how they want to interpret the information of how you to navigate your month this month. They've been using stories and fables and all old stuff, if I'm being honest with you. Some of the stuff they're telling me, I'm like, I barely know what you're talking about. But it is what it is. So with you guys, they are using 2 nursery stories, not just one. And I think the reason why they're using 2 is because they have a very similar outcome. So 3 Little Pigs and the Billy Goat's Gruff. Now, if you don't know those stories, there's 3 Little Pigs. One builds a house out of straw, one stick, one out of brick. There's a wolf who blows down the 2 houses that are no good because the foundations are not good, but the one that's got a brick house, who outsmarted them, who uses intellect, doesn't get eaten by the wolf, stays in his brick house, defeats the wolf in the end because of his sense of sensibility and for building the correct foundations. That's the important thing. Same is true with the 3 Billy Goats Gruff. They've got to cross this bridge to get to the grass that's growing, that's going to feed them for the rest of their life. But in order to get to that, they have to cross a bridge where there's a troll underneath. And the same sort of scenario happens with the first 2 goats, just are not successful, whereas the third one uses his intelligence, the grounding foundations to get across to the other side and defeats the troll in the end. So that's why they're choosing the same kind of stories, because basically the theme for both of them is what's running concurrent in your month this month, which is for you to be building secure foundations that are slightly strategic and using your intellect when it comes to your romantic choices or your romantic direction or gestures. I.e., they're saying not to be, there's more about planning this month that sees you with success. No impulsiveness, no emotional responses, no like getting caught up in the moment. Feels like you are to control yourself, to be grounded, to be organized, to be planned, because you'll have better success with your efforts romantically with either somebody that you are already with or that you want to date. If you don't, you're going to get gobbled up. Something will go wrong. If you're impulsive, don't plan, don't build good foundations. So that would be getting to know somebody or rebuilding the foundations of friendships up after a relationship turmoil that you might have had in the retrograde that you want to rebuild. So perhaps that means going back on dating again with the person you're with, romantic, doing things together, quality time. Building foundations is key this month to see you in having long-term success. If you ignore that, it means that you will be flying by the seat of your pants. You will be gobbled up, just like the 3 Little Piggies, or the 2 Little Piggies, and the 2 Billy Goats Gruff. Which do you want to be? They're saying use your intellect, use your smarts. You know, you've been there, done that, got the t-shirt when it comes to romance. Use your experience, your knowledge, and how to fix something, how to mend something, or how to set the right foundations with somebody new or existing. That means nobody can blow your house down from the outside. Nobody can infiltrate it. Nobody can gobble you up, or the person you're with can't gobble you up. Take over balance, take over control. So in this month, that's what they're saying to you. They're saying here, don't, like, there's almost a feeling that you could get swept up, or maybe you might be carrying over from last month, being swept up in being too emotional over something, which is leading to impulses or drasticness or neediness, dare I say, when actually calm, strategic thinking, i.e. really intelligently looking at what the problem is and going in a different direction, or going in a calmer, more planned direction, either on your own or in consultation. Doing it that way, success. Simple. It feels like this is a huge exercise in keeping you grounded this month, to kind of really shake off the retrograde from last month and to really build in some emotional intelligent growth within you this month. It's a beautiful opportunity with the energy that's going to be supportive of you to have that success. But it really does come down to you kind of putting the effort in. If you think about building a brick house, that takes a lot of time, doesn't it? If I wanted to build a house out of sticks, it's going to take me half a day probably to do that, but it's going to be fragile and you'll kick it down. It won't last forever. They're saying whatever you want with that person, you can have, but you have to put in the effort to build those bricks. You can't just slapdash something together or be impulsive. Oh, that will do for now because that's going to do. No, sometimes the hard way, what seems harder, is more lasting. So I guess an example would be, and I have to use this from somebody that I'm speaking with at this moment in time. She's with somebody where actually the relationship is always going to be there, but there are some dynamics in that relationship that are really quite toxic at this moment. And so she's having to react differently to this person in order to build change. But to react differently, one fills her with fear, but also she's never had to do it before. It's harder work than just accepting and giving in. But the giving in was meaning that the poor behavior was perpetrating. So by doing the hard work now and keeping at it, even though she's not liking it because it's hard work, is working. This is sort of what I mean. Build the right foundations, use your intellect, be strategic, take your time. You will succeed. You will get what you want. And that's really your message for this month. I hope that helps. If you'd like a private reading, maybe unpick this a little bit more, get a bit more in depth, do check me out just down below. Or maybe join me on my Facebook where I do some live daily energy reads there too. Take care and I'll see you again next month.